Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today it's the 1st of May and last year, towards the end of May, we were cutting this silage field here, which it struggled to begin with at the start of the year. I was a bit concerned about it because I don't know how much steam is left in this grass. This might be the last year for it. As I'm sure a lot of you guys will know, we've spoke about buying a baler this year once the chipper is sold, and I haven't spoken much about the mower because we looked at the McHale mower, which obviously we would cut this with, and I've been looking at some second-hand trail mowers and John Deere ones, but I think for what it's worth, I prefer the McHale. There is a silage event we're going to go to, I believe it's next week, with PEX, who sell like JCBs and stuff. They've got a demo day at Eastern College. If you're from the southeast, go down to it and check it out, and they're going to be showcasing crone mowers, which would be great for obviously cutting grass like this. So there's a couple of options on what we can use to cut the grass here. I've spoken to a couple of machinery companies as well, because I want to buy the baler later on in the year. So I think for now I'm going to try and get a loan of a mower from a company to mow this, and then see where we're at. But this will be like, this needs to be mowed fairly soon. It'll be by the end of the month by the time it wants cutting. So yeah, quite exciting really. I've grown up on the farm all my life watching the contractors do it, and now this year I'll get an opportunity with this on loan, the mower, to prove to Dad that I can cut this field and hopefully be a competent baler operator as well. So yeah, it's quite exciting really. And yeah, we'll be cutting this hopefully towards the end of the month. And then we're just walking across, this is some of the pasture near the farmyard, and this year I've got a lot of spraying to do to kill off a lot of the broadleaf weeds, a lot of the thistles, and these ones here are some of the last ones I got to get rid of. But once I've killed them off, I thought I could go along with the quad and the spreader and spread some grass seed on it once I killed the weeds, because you get like a brown patch where the weeds have been killed. So I thought I'd go along with the spinner and put some grass seed. So you can see there's still a bit of management to do before we get this pasture in order. This bit here was the grass we put in the other day. The seed hasn't come up yet. I don't think it'll be up for at least another couple of weeks yet, until we start seeing the grass pop out the ground. Just near the cow yard where we've got some of these calves in, that's Bilbo. He seems to fill up on fodder beet in the morning. He gets really fat and then he'll pig out on silage, and he just sort of chills out for the rest of the afternoon. He's quite a character, he is. Right, so I've just got inside. We've been feeding the calves this morning. Check the cows and calves down at the Broads, which I'll show you very soon. Weather's not great, we've got a lot of rain at the moment, but it's good for the silage fields, to be fair, and the sugar beet, the fodder beet, the spring barley, it all needs a bit of rain. So just whilst it's raining outside, I'll just show you on my computer, I've been looking at some of the deals for used equipment at the moment. We were talking about an excavator the other day, and if you look at the old excavators, some of them can be had for a good price. So just been having a look at a few on here. Yeah, this was a JS 130 someone sent to me. This is a JCB 13 tonner, and it's only done 5,000 hours. But like I was saying the other day, if you find some of these older excavators with reasonable hours, you can get them for a reasonable price. And what I was talking about with the excavator was dredging all the ditches and drains down at the Broads in the winter. There's probably 6 weeks of work to do in the winter on one, and then I could do all the groundworks home here at the farm, which would be really, really good. So this is not in bad condition. Something else as well is that on the farm now we've got someone who's a mechanic who's really, really good, who's always on the farm, and they're absolutely brilliant at fixing stuff. So if it did go wrong, we could repair it. Like I say, it's done 5,000 hours, not crazy for an excavator. Always got to check the bushings, check the sluice, the hydraulic pump, the seals, things like that. But it would be quite exciting to invest in one at some point and get going with one. You can see the splines are a little bit worn there on the tracks, but all in all, it's not too bad. And I think the JS 130s, yes, maybe they're not the most reliable in the world, but you can get the parts for them because they're JCB. So that's just something I've been looking at. I mean, that's 19,500 plus VAT, which isn't, to be fair, isn't end of the world money, but it would be something in the long-term future, maybe for the end of this year. So yeah, quite exciting. And then I've been looking at this. This is what's coming tomorrow. Obviously the Gators, that's going to be going end of the week. And this is what we've got coming tomorrow, which is the Polaris Ranger Deluxe with a 65k gearbox, and it's got the insulated cab on it now, so we won't have an issue hopefully with the sound in the cab, which was an issue I had before. So that'll be coming tomorrow. And then I've got a baler I've been looking at. I was trying to look at second-hand McHale V660 balers in Norfolk from the Stalham depot, because it's obviously quite nice to buy from a local dealer. But unfortunately on their website, all their balers, the V660s, are just for us a little bit too high bale count. You see that one's done 55,000 bales, this one's done 45,000. Just a little bit too high bale count on the V660s. I mean, 45,000, 50,000 is too many. I know the McHale balers are good balers, but it's just too many. So I found this one. This is a V660 I found on Farm Machinery Locator, and it's done only 16,000 bales, which isn't too bad, and it's 19,500, which is about the same money we'd sell the chipper for, about 20,000. But it looks in really nice condition, all things considered, and it's obviously McHale, so it's built to last, and it's been looked after. It's at Oliver Land Power. So yeah, it does look really nice baler. A couple of bits and bobs. The baler will be coming, that's the main one. We will be getting one of these this year, a baler. And then, like I say, digger, that's something for later on in the year. That's a nice winter job. I know a lot of you guys have spoken to me about a hedge cutter as well. But yeah, I think for what we want to do with the farm in the next couple of years, this is going to be so handy, because when we have to call in the construction company, you get charged 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 a time for certain jobs, and at the price of 19,500, we could do most of our work ourselves with it and save a lot of money, and then it can go on the dredging in the winter down at the marshes, which would be brilliant, because we have to pay, I think it's anywhere from 7,000-10,000 a year to the contractor to dig all our dikes out. So that would be really, really good. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Just some machinery which will hopefully pay for itself, and it's some equipment which we can warrant. And it's nice to have goals, something to aspire to, some aspirations. All of the income I generate from the channel goes towards the farm. Generally it goes on machinery or investing in calves or some equipment or something like that. So yeah, let me know what you think about that. The second-hand excavator, McHale used round balers, the V660s, which are about five-year-old now, but they're really good balers, I think, from what I've been told. And the Polaris, which is coming tomorrow. So yeah, let me know what you think about that, and hopefully it will stop raining and we can get back out again and get some of the muck out of the yard. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Click here to subscribe to the channel, and click here to watch another Olly's Farm video.